COVID-19 cases appear to be stabilizing here in Michigan, but in other parts of the world, they're definitely on the increase.
Yeah, many experts are attributing much of that rise to the Omicron variant known as BA.2. Dr. Frank McGeorge joins us now to explain why this is something we really need to keep an eye on, but not necessarily worry about, at least not yet. Right, Doc?
Yeah, that's right, Sandra and Jason. So let me set the table, first of all, so that we're all on the same page. The virus that causes COVID has changed over time, and there are many, many variants. When they become interesting or concerning enough that they merit special attention, the World Health Organization assigns them a letter from the Greek alphabet. Now, the most well-known variants of concern lately have been Delta and Omicron. But even within these variants, there can be subtle changes, not big enough to deserve a new Greek letter, but different enough that they are given a subclassification. Omicron has a couple of them, but the biggest ones are the original BA.1 that swept through a few months ago, and now BA.2. What makes BA.2 special is that it's more contagious, meaning when you're exposed, it can infect you more easily. For people who have been vaccinated or were recently infected, there should be enough protection to prevent you from getting sick and almost certainly enough to protect you from serious illness. The problem is there are still lots of people who either haven't been vaccinated or weren't recently infected. And because BA.2 is more contagious, it's easily finding and infecting those people. Now, the good news about BA.2 is that it does not appear to be more likely to produce severe illness than its cousin BA.1. Now, that doesn't mean it can't produce severe illness, it's just not more likely to. The proportion of BA.2 in the U.S. has steadily grown in the past 2 months, and it's now responsible for more than a third of new infections. So what's most likely happening now is that BA.2, being more contagious, is just spreading more easily than BA.1, and it's causing a bump in new cases as it gets to people who either aren't vaccinated or weren't recently infected enough to have an immunity.
Yeah, and Frank, at this point, does this have any relation to the variant that some people are calling Deltacron?
No, actually, so Deltacron, that's another variant that hasn't actually been officially named yet. It has some structural and genetic elements of both Delta and Omicron, but so far it's mainly only been detected in small numbers in Europe, and it's frankly just too early to give any meaningful prediction on whether it's going to develop into an issue. But it is different than BA.2.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Doc. Instagram.